Hello, so here am I doing a set of 20 reps squats, and it's it's lightweight, 40 kilos. So the bar weighs 20, and then I have two 10 kg plates, and I'm going for high reps. So one of the reasons I'm using light weights is because I'm going for endurance, and I'm focusing on fixing my form on squats so I can feel it on my quads, on my hamstrings, and keeping my core engaged while I do it, and also improving my range of motion. So I'll be working with lightweight until I'm happy with my squats. And of course, I will be going for, because it's light, I then go for high reps. And the rep number was 20, and I rested a little bit, and then I went to goblet squats, which is also very good to work on the adductors. And I also did 20 reps. I think on this time I did a B set, but there was another, I think it was on my last set, I did a 3 set. So I did with the goblet, and then I did also body weight because I really want to feel my quads working. And the other thing is, you see, when we are doing squats, and many times people, oh, if you do this, you will target your quads. If you do this, you will target your glutes. So for me, squats is a compound movement. It's not only for me. Squats is a compound movement, and it actually works the entire body. But I get what people say when they say, if you do it with the body more upright, you will feel it more on your quads. If you lean a little bit forward, you will feel it more on your glutes. I understand that. But the squat actually works every single muscle on our body, and even the core, you feel it a lot if you're doing it properly. The hamstrings also have some work when you are doing it. Your calves, if you are doing squats properly, especially once you start to go heavy and going for the max reps possible, very close to failure, you will feel your entire body, but mainly your lower body. But you will not feel it only on your quads. You will feel on your quads, on your hamstrings, on your glutes, even on your calf muscles, in the front of your chin. You will feel it everywhere. And because I've done it with the perfect form in the past, I know what I'm going after. So that's the goal. And the other thing, I love to squat. I really love. It's one of my favorite exercises. Is actually the first exercise that I was completely in love with, and later on I start falling in love with deadlifts once I learned how to do deadlifts. And then the other favorite one was barbell walking lunges. I also really, really, really love that because I could feel my entire body working, but mainly on my glutes. So yeah, that's where I am right now. The other thing also I wanted to say, you guys, is that the stretching after our training session and doing mobility before, it really makes a difference. My life, there was a moment where with the COVID that my life changed completely because I'm a solo parent, and I was really struggling with the kids' work because the kids didn't have school, and I was still working. And when I was training, I didn't have much time to do the mobility or stretching after. So it was everything on top of the other. Um, and I noticed that it was then that I started to feel tight. I couldn't lift properly. I ended up injuring deadlifting. But it took me a while to realize that I was struggling with lifting or squatting and everything, because I wasn't doing the mobility and because I wasn't stretching. At that moment, with everything that I had on my mind, I really didn't think that the the issue was because of the mobility and the stretching part. And it took me. It took. I kept working on different things. I kept going light, changing exercise, until eventually I started doing mobility, but still not associating that that could be one of the issues. I started doing mobility again, and I, because I also had more time, and stretching is still something that I still not doing the best at it still, but I will eventually start stretching more at the end of my session. But I've noticed a big difference just by doing mobility in the beginning of my lifts. So that's another thing I wanted to say. Here also I'm doing side side to side movement, which is something that we don't do much, but I find it helpful. I don't know if it's completely necessary, but I find it helpful, and this is one way that I like to do it. I move the camera to have a better perspective from the front. And when it comes to side, this one is it's a Cossack. It's not a side lunges. It's a Cossack squat. I think that's how you say. And now watching on the video, I will work on dropping my hips a little bit more, but I actually felt it, so I will keep doing them as well. Now I'm going for the RDL, and also keeping my weights light, to be able to keep my core and my lower back engaged, making my glutes stay activated while I do it. It's still not where I want it to be, but that's the thing. Every day when we go and we have the intention to keep sending the signal for our minds to our body to engage the core, make the glutes work, make sure the quads are also stable and engaged. Even this kind of movement is a movement that it's for the entire it's for the entire body, because everything is connected. Our shoulder blades needs to stay engaged and stable. So that's why I hear many people say, oh, I don't feel it on my glutes when I do it, or I don't feel it working also on my hamstrings, or I don't feel it. It's just a matter of keeping the weight light, sending the message to the body from your mind, connecting with the muscle, changing the angles also a little bit. And another thing also that I do is, instead of doing with the bar, doing also with the kettlebell, one leg at a time. There's the B stance also, but mainly I think it's just keep showing up, keep thinking and sending the signal for your from your mind into your body, from your mind into. Eventually, it will get one day. There will be one day that you will actually feel it on your. But you can't. You need to keep playing with angles. Okay. You need to keep doing mobility. You need to keep strengthening all the other muscles as well. And there will come a day where you will feel it, because it happened to me before. I struggled for a while until I was able to do the RDL correctly, and I know I will get it this time again. It's just a matter of keep, like I said, keep doing the mobility, keep stretching, keep the weight fairly light, and doing as many reps as I can, focusing on the muscle, making sure also that I engage my core in every single thing that I do, and I will eventually get it. You will eventually get it. Okay, it's just a matter of being stubborn, don't give up, and playing with the angles as well. Okay, your the knee, the of your hips, and pushing the glutes as far back as possible. Remembering that the muscles work